Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. Welcome to 3 Block Theater. And I decided that I was going to do a video from my car today, predominantly because I just left the car dealership where they spent all afternoon working on my ride, so it's in tip-top shape to bring you food. But that's the world I live in, and that's okay. But there's a couple things I wanted to talk about today, and the first thing I wanted to kind of discuss was DC FANDOME. We're 16 days away from it right now, and a lot of people are gearing up, and that's a great thing. I think DC FANDOME is going to be an awesome experience. I can't wait to see what happens during those 24 hours online, what they're going to showcase, what they're going to do, and especially what we're going to get coming out of the Snyder Cut, which I think is going to be a release date. We're going to get a teaser trailer or a trailer, and it's going to be pretty cool to find out more about what Zack is planning, especially following the fact that his Justice Con reveal for the black suit kind of broke the internet, right? It kind of took all the wind out of the sails, even for Comic-Con. But when I look at the community at large, and when I look to see how people are framing DC FANDOME, I cannot help but ask myself, and this is just something I feel like I have to do, I cannot help but ask myself, are people overhyping it? Are they putting too much on it? Are they, to summarize, are they setting themselves up for disappointment? And I think in some cases the answer to that is, yeah, 100%. And I say that not because I know what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, neither do you. And there are people out there right now that I see constantly talking about what we're going to get at DC FANDOME, that we're going to get all of these announcements, all of these reveals, that it's just going to be nothing but a gigantic orgy of information, just DC at us, constantly doing all, it's just all this stuff, right? It's going to be giving us everything we want, everything and more. And that's the same tune that a lot of these people said were going to happen with Justice Con. That at Justice Con, we were going to see all of these things. I was hearing rumors that people were saying, like, Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill were going to pop in to Zack Snyder's stream. Like, that was going to be a big reveal. Like, that was going to happen. And like, that never happened. And like, that's fine. You hear things, and whether or not it happens or not. But the way that people glommed onto that information, the way that people took that information and they ran with it as being absolute fact. And when you apply that with what I'm hearing about DC FANDOME from certain people, again, a lot of it feels like wishful thinking, and maybe, playing the field a little bit, maybe just kind of hedging the bets, you know what I mean? Like when you play, it's like going to a roulette table and putting 5 down on black and 5 down on red, and then, waiting for it to spin, and you've got about a solid 90 some odd % chance of it hitting one or the other, and therefore you are partially going to be a winner. Like you're going to, at that point, still lose a little bit, but you're able to play the winner card enough to keep moving on to the next round, to the next round, to the next round. And that's kind of how I view a lot of what I'm seeing. And so when I think about DC FANDOME and what I think is going to be coming out of it, what I think we're going to actually get, I think we are going to get a teaser for Zack Snyder's Justice League. I think we're going to get a release date, or maybe a release window for Zack Snyder's Justice League. I think we're going to get a season 3 renewal for Harley Quinn. I think we're going to find out that DC Universe as a streaming platform is dead. I think we're going to find out that, a lot of other things are going to be happening. We're probably going to get information on J.J. Abrams and Justice League Dark, and what he's working on with DC right now. It's possible that we might get another announcement for that Catwoman series that apparently was breaking today from CinemaSpot. But even Collider broke that article a couple months ago, where they were working on developing spin-offs based around Matt Reeves' his universe for Batman. And that came out not too long ago, and now we're hearing Catwoman. So that could be something that's going to be talked about. But I think when it comes to the Batman, they're not going to talk about that just yet. They're not, because the thing is, the movie hasn't come out yet. We've seen no trailer. We've seen a couple behind the scenes photos that some people have, I think, rightfully torn apart, rightfully criticized. But really, when you look at what we're probably going to get out of that, it's not going to be this be all end all reveal of everything, because they're going to want to have reveals planned for like the rest of the year. They don't want to sit there and dump it all right now, because that's not going to be good for HBO Max's business. And if AT&T as a whole is losing subscribers, which they are. They're losing subscribers to their cable services. They're losing subscribers to their TV packages. They are losing subscribers. And so right now, HBO Max is predominantly going to be their big moneymaker, kind of like Disney and Disney Plus right now. They've got to find a way to get as many people to sign up for HBO Max as they possibly can, because that's where they're going to see a sustained amount of money and income coming in over the long haul. Now, releasing everything from DC Fandom might help a little bit. But you also have to realize here that the people that they're also trying to reach are the normies. The normies that don't necessarily care about all of this stuff. The normies that aren't going to go into DC Fandom giving a crap. They're going to probably watch it when it pops up, because then the hype machine is going to kick in. But for DC Fandom, this is where they're going to give you enough information to get you hyped. They're going to give you enough information so that your nipples are so hard they will cut glass. And then from there, they're going to hope that you spread the gospel, that you spread the word about DC Fandom and about what's coming to HBO Max, that Variety writes about it and Hollywood Reporter writes about it, that maybe Humberto Gonzalez actually says something that's going to happen outside of just kind of guessing, because that's kind of where I feel he's at. And really, they're going to be giving you just a little bit, because they're going to give you enough to feed you until the next reveal. They're going to give you enough to feed you until the next milestone, because they have to build things up in order to make this a success. They have to build things up in order to make HBO Max a success, and they need to find a way to continuously put out new content and keep people coming back for more and keep people subscribing in order to warrant the financial investment that they're putting into it. They're not going to have the same type of success that Disney Plus had with 60.5 million paying subscribers in less than a year. They're just not. Because of Roku, because of Amazon, because of those things that are happening with HBO Max right now, there's a lot of issues with that. It's not going out to a lot of people. In fact, on my Roku, the HBO Go app has now officially been discontinued. It's gone. I can get access to HBO now, but I want HBO Max. Still can't get it. And I'm not the only one who's frustrated with that. And I'm not the only one who's contemplated canceling my membership, because why pay for something I can't use where I want to use it? So we're in this world right now when it comes to DC Fandom that I think really people need to kind of stop, and they need to reassess what they think is going to happen, what they feel is going to happen through like the most realistic angle. And keep in mind, I've done Comic-Con Hall H for years. All right, I've been in those Marvel panels. I've been in those DC panels. I've been in all of those things. Warner Brothers is very much the same thing across the board. What they always do is they overhype, and then sometimes they deliver, but they also kind of like overperform, and that's not always a good thing. Go back and look at like the Man from U.N.C.L.E. sizzle reel from Comic-Con. I think it was 2015, where it was like this 5.5 minute long commercial for the movie that my friend and I looked at each other and we're like, did we just see everything in the film? Turns out the answer to that was no, but it was such an over-pushed marketing that it ended up screwing things up. Now, AT&T is not that Time Warner, it's not that Warner Brothers, but I do see them falling into the same trap. So this is why I'm talking about this from the perspective of, yeah, like you may want to modify expectations and really set your sights a little bit lower. So then, for one, you're not disappointed at it. Two, that what you get, you're happy with. And three, it keeps you excited for what's coming down the pipeline rather than just kind of whipping it out and thwapping you on the head with literally every piece of information, because that's simply not going to happen. That's not how these PR companies work. They're not going to give you the world and then leave it at that when we don't get anything for quite some time. You know what I mean? So like, I don't think you're going to get everything you've been hearing online from DC Fandom. And I really don't think that, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So far in these regards, I haven't really been wrong what I've been saying. It's like, they're going to scale it down. They're going to make it worth your time, but they're going to scale it down. And that's something to pay attention to. But then again, you guys may have an entirely different opinion than me. And I absolutely, of course, want to hear it. So let me know down in the comment section. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This has been 3 Black Theater. I do look forward to you guys talking and subscribing and liking or downvoting and calling me an asshole. I don't really care. It's going to be fun either way. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.